Alright guys, welcome to another episode of An Exclusive on IKTV. I am of course your host Gerani Zilon Richardson, and this is episode 3 from season 2. Okay, and my guest today is 29-year-old Alana Morris. She is originally from Belmont and Fountain, and she has always been a lover of food and cooking, and of course making others happy with good food. Making cooking just a happy place. Okay, so delving into Vincentian cuisine and lifestyle is Alana. Alana, welcome. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Yeah, no, as I said, thank you for having me because this is your show. All right, we're going to talk about Alana's kitchen. So, but before we can talk about Alana's kitchen, we would need to know who is Lana.
Lana, she's a very humble person, very loyal. Cooking is one of her passions. I'm originally from Belmont and Fountain, where I grew up. I went to the Emmanuel High School, Kingstown, where I did home economics and developed a passion. I was always passionate about cooking, but then I developed more, I became more passionate about my work. So basically that's Alana in a nutshell. Very free-spirited, humble, loyal, a very loving person, and she also loves to give back.
Okay, loving to give back. Okay,
Yes.
before we get down into anything, loving to give back, this just brings back to memory that you have done charity work before.
Yes, I have. From a very tender age, giving back was something that was very dear to me. You know, I grew up seeing a lot of people suffering, you know, from not having enough, whether it's finances, food, the simple things that we sometimes take for granted. So I was always passionate about giving back, you know, putting a smile on people's faces, stuff like that. Since I started my Lana's Kitchen, I did charity work, and trust me, it was an eye-opener. I'm always humble, but it humbled me even more. And something I want to do in the near future, very soon, is to have my charity. That's something I'm really passionate about just as much as my cooking. So you look forward for that.
Okay, well, we're going to have another interview with you when you start this, or when you're getting into it rather, because we want to let the people know about your charity, and charity is always something that comes, I mean, it's always about the people. Okay?
Definitely.
So let's just cut to the cake now. I'm using cake because, oh gosh, I'm hungry already. Okay, so why food? Why did you get into food? I mean, of everything else out there.
I choose food because it's my happy place. The kitchen is my domain. Like when I get into the kitchen, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's an ingredient I've never seen before, I could whip up something out of it. You know, it makes me extremely happy, and I realize that food brings people together. Food puts like a smile on people's faces, so I love to see people like extremely happy because I'm a fun person myself. So one of the reasons why I chose that is also to provide like a healthy meal for people, for my family. Like I grew up around an extended family, and food was always the center of our, you know, our daily life. So that's why I chose food.
Okay, so did you study cooking? Did you study cuisine? I mean, I had a guest here. She is a chef, Darielle Ambrose, and she went away to study one thing and ended up studying food.
Yeah.
So
I've heard about cases like that.
So is that something you did, or you deliberately went out and?
Well, to be quite honest, if I am to tell you, I've never had an I've never studied food or anything. You know, I read on my own, I do my own research and stuff like that. I grew up with my father, he has a restaurant. So I was always in the kitchen with him. There I learned a lot of stuff. But you know, I watch my TV shows, I'm always cooking. I'll always call somebody over. I'm always trying new things. But hopefully in the future, I can go to culinary school and, you know, expand my horizons a little bit more.
Okay, so speaking about your father and his restaurant, in a prior interview you told me that you had an opportunity to cook for them in his restaurant, right? At what age was this, and what was that meal? Because you said that you surprised a lot of people, and they were like, oh, you can do a perfect meal. You impressed a lot of people at a young age.
Absolutely.
What age was that, and what was the meal?
Okay, I think I did my first meal that made everyone's mouth dropped when I was like 11, and that was pilau, you know. Everyone knows.
Pilau.
Definitely. And I could recall my mom saying she really could cook, you know, but up to this day she doesn't know I heard that. And my father, he opened a restaurant a couple years ago, and after I finished secondary school, I used to be there helping him. And sometimes I'll be ashamed to tell people like, okay, I did that, because they would be talking about it and I'm figuring like, I'm embarrassed to tell them that I'm so young and I actually did that. But you know, my dad, he loved the kitchen. My entire family, like, we just know how to cook. We just love to cook. So I guess, you know.
Okay, so you're following in your father's footsteps?
Definitely.
Okay, so is your mother a chef also?
No, she's not, but she can do her thing in the kitchen as well.
Of course, but I figure, this is my personal opinion, she taught your dad.
I won't really say that, you know, but we can work with that.
Oh, she gave me a little hint. It's like, okay, you see how you do this?
A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper.
Yeah, that's how women do it. That's how women do it.
You know.
I know fully well. Okay, but
yes.
at age 29 now, you started your own business. You call it Lana's Kitchen. Before we go any further, you just wanted to put your name in it? How did you come about the name?
Okay, the name came about where all of my friends, like I mentioned before, they would come to my house and they would be like, Lana girl, this tastes so good. Like, my name is Alana, but most of my friends, my beloved friends, they call me Alana. So I said, you know what, I'm always in the kitchen. Where can I mix both of them together? Then I came up with Lana's Kitchen. And a friend of mine, you know, he was actually suggesting that I open a business, not knowing that I actually started my business. And he was like, you know what, I think you should name it Lana's Kitchen. I started to smile. I took out my name tags, I took out a few things, and I just give it to him. Okay,
I see you even have a little
yes.
in Lana's Kitchen, you're advertising. So you employ people?
Yes, I do. Currently, I have 2 people working with me, and in the future, I definitely want to create employment for young Vincentians, you know, people who are passionate about their craft, just as I am, because everybody needs a start in life, you know. And then sometimes, many times I'll hear people talk about what they want to do, but then they don't have the finances or they don't have that person to give them the extra push. So definitely in the future.
Okay, so you're 29 and you have started your business, Lana's Kitchen, and you've had this idea since 1999. Am I correct? That's 5 years ago. Okay, you must have had this set in your mind since you were 11.
Somewhat. Not totally, because I'm into fashion as well. And I always said I wanted to do my thing in the fashion industry and stuff like that. But I realized that cooking, you know, that's my thing.
Okay, so so did you ever think maybe I should do fashion instead of cooking, or did you look at the market in St. Vincent and decide, you know what, cooking is better than fashion?
Well, not really, you know. Definitely in the future I want to still embark on my fashion journey, but there's nothing that makes me more happier right now than cooking. You don't even understand. Cooking, trust me, my happy place.
That is your happy place.
Yes.
So I'm a throw in a little 2 cents here, right? So I looked at Swing, IKTV Swing with Small Mish, and you were there. You were in a happy place. You had food around.
I
saw you there. I mean, it's in slow motion and everything. Yeah, I think Mish did a really good job.
Yes, that's my very good friend. Not really because of the food, but because of the atmosphere. I'm a fun person also. You know, I love my music. I love to hang out with my friends and, you know, just be cool, just do my thing. I'm a happy person.
Okay.
So where Alana is, always going to be fun, a lot of laughs, everything. I'm a happy person. Okay,
so this happy person, Alana, she forgot about her sweet dreams of having her own restaurant and her own kitchen. What was the cause for you losing that should I say zeal, your passion for cooking, and what did you do in the meantime? I'm showing it. This is 3 questions. What did you in the meantime do in the meantime? Why did you lose the passion, and how did it get back?
Okay, I wouldn't say I lost the passion, but I was just being young, doing what young people do, you know, travel the world, doing my thing, partying, you know, stuff like that. But I never lost my passion. Where my passion came about again is that I realized that I'm getting old. I'm still young, yes, but to me, I realized that I'm getting old, and at some point in time, you have to find your ambition and get up and say, you know what, let me start somewhere. You don't have to start at the very top, but you have to start somewhere, and you have to believe in yourself and your craft and everything. And that's something I also want to tell a lot of young people, because people would message me every day, young people, you know, I inspire them and stuff, and I'm very grateful for that. But you have to start somewhere, and you have to be able to push yourself. Don't be afraid to fall, you know, get up. Get up stronger than you ever were before. You understand? Just make sure that you are very focused, know what you want, go get it. Because we're getting older, you know, you have to do something for yourself.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess you cancelled out another set of my questions. You know, that was not fair. You looked
Let's
into
go again.
Did you look into my question paper? You had a peek. You peeked.
Not really.
You sure?
No.
All right. Okay. So before we go any further, would you like to tell the audience about your mission statement? What is the driving force behind Lana's Kitchen?
Okay, the driving force behind Lana's Kitchen.
Besides your passion, right?
Yes. The driving force behind Lana's Kitchen is to provide quality food at a great value, so that everyone can be happy and experience different things. You know, some of the things I try to put on my menu are not things you'll see every day. I want to let people know that, you know, you can experiment. You don't have to spend like $100 to get something that's healthy and tasty. You understand? And I also want people to know that food can be, like, cooking can be fun. Cooking is not just being in a kitchen where it's hot and sweaty, and you know, it can be fun. And when you get the reviews, it's even a better feeling.
All right. Okay. So do you do delivery? Because right now I'm getting hungry. I seem to always get hungry every time I talk about food.
I have some food for you outside.
Oh well, nice. You're one of my best friends now. We can shake on that. We shake on that. See that?
Food bring people together.
Absolutely true. And food is going to make me happy after this interview. So, do you do delivery?
Yes, that's what we're doing currently. You know, I have my website. I would send out my menu on a Sunday, where my customers can place their orders. I ask them to place their orders a day in advance, so I can know where I stand, because, you know, I'm doing it from my home at the moment, and we deliver their lunches to their offices wherever they are in and around Kingstown.
Okay, what is this website?
It's Lana's Kitchen.
Lana'sKitchen.com.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, it's on the bottom. See it? Right there. Right. No, right there. See? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so in your delivery, right, how many days? You said 3 days per week you do it?
Yes, soon we'll be doing it 5 days per week, but currently we're doing it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Okay, and what if someone wants to make a last minute?
Definitely. For sure. Okay,
so you said, right, that you plan to do it 5 days per week. Do you plan on making Lana's Kitchen a restaurant?
Yes. Well, Lana's Kitchen is striving to be a premier. Lana's Kitchen is striving to be a premier restaurant in the local marketplace. You know, we want to create a fun atmosphere for our customers, you know, for families, for singles, for the young, for the old, just about everyone. Very soon. Okay, so I asked this question to the last chef that was here, Daryl Ambrose, and I'm going to ask you this now. And this is based on responses from Swing, because I like watching Swing, So yeah, that's my show too.
Okay, so Small Mish asked, right, how to prepare roast pork, and some answers just, you can tell some people don't be in the kitchen. So, can you tell our audience how to prepare roast pork?
Well, to be honest, I think every chef we all have our secrets, you know. For me personally, my sauce has to be like crazy. You know, I'm into sauces and stuff. Second time I'm being told this.
Yes,
just to me the sauce. With me, depending on the pork, because, you know, sometimes the meats have different textures and stuff. You know, you just put it on the grill, let it take its time and cook perfectly to your desired texture, and then you just go from there. You pour that sauce over it, and there it goes. The sauce, trust me, the sauce, and the seasoning, of course. I don't like to use a lot of like packaged stuff. I'm a herb person. I love a lot of fresh herbs, you know. I do all my seasonings. You have to wash your meat properly for sure. You know, that's one of the things. That's very important as well. And the seasoning, the sauce.
Okay, so guys, that's 2 chefs telling you what to do with your roast pork and what to expect. Okay, so I don't want, next time I'm watching, I hope, I would like to see if Mish going to actually ask you all this again, and I want to get some proper responses, you know, because hey, you're going on TV, tell people, if you don't know, say you don't know, because I don't know.
But if you roasted pork, you should. You never tried roasting pork?
You see, I love my belly, but
you don't like to put in the work.
No, I'm better at pastries.
Okay,
I could make pastry. Give me a pastry thing, and I could do me something. And I guess I should probably come and check you and give you some recipe. You know the meringue cookies? I love those.
Yes.
I love those.
I don't really like them up.
You don't like them up?
No.
You don't like them melting in your mouth?
Not necessarily.
That's my thing. And I put it in and it just melts, and you're like, and you feel the food, you know. Okay, you like cooking, I like eating, so hey, you have food outside for me. Okay, yes. So at the end of the day, after the cooking stops, after the set, after this interview, after all your feedback, how would you want people to remember Lana and Lana's Kitchen?
Okay, I want people to remember, and this is something that's very dear to me, you know, my reputation. I want to be remembered as a very humble person, you know, somebody that you can rely on, somebody that you can speak to, someone who would be very genuine and very honest with you. You know, I'm not worried about hype and all of that. I just want to be remembered as a genuine and sincere person.
Oh, okay.
Yes, trust me.
And she has definitely been doing it. Lana, it's a pleasure having you in studio.
Thank you.
We're at the end, and I think that is mainly because you have me hungry, yes. And I'm thinking about the food on the outside of the studio. Sorry, you ain't getting none. Okay, Lana, pleasure having you in studio. Thank you very much for coming. Again.
Hopefully we can do it again.
Yes, of course, especially when you go down into the charity thing. I'm gonna be right there.
Yes, yes.
Alright guys, so Lana's Kitchen is striving to be a premier restaurant in the local marketplace and wants you to have a total experience when visiting in the future or experiencing services today. Not only will you, the guests, receive great meals, but you'll be provided for the best services. You get your delivery. The main focus is good quality food and great value, customer satisfaction, and so forth. And you know what? She just wanted to make me more hungry. We hope that you definitely have been moved by the soulful sound of food here in studio. Guys, you've been watching IKTV. This is an exclusive. I am, of course, your host, Lana. Remember to make your orders at lanaskitchen.com.
They can also contact me at my telephone number, 430-3574. You can call me, you can WhatsApp me, you can message me on my personal page, Lana Boo. Or you can just send you can just message us on our website, lanaskitchen.com.
Okay, so you have the box and everything for people to come.
Yes, or you can also email me, lanaskitchen784@gmail.com.
Okay, and she's been ensuring that she's repping St. Vincent. You're a real patriot. You're a real patriot. I'm honestly saying
Thank you.
I'm honest.
The best is yet to come. When I tell you that, believe me.
I believe it.
This is just the start.
And guys, for the next episode, I'm gonna make sure I tell you that the food, everything I tell you is true or not. Remember, you're watching IKTV. Stay tuned. An exclusive. I'm Lana Richardson. Thank you for viewing, and go get something to eat. You can go and come back, but don't change the channel, alright? See ya. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly, because his light, it shines so bright. I wanna lie.